A statement that we all prepared together. So it begins. We, the 10 members of Parliament recently reported to have been expelled from the MK party, wish to provide a formal response and address the situation publicly. First and foremost, we affirm that we remain members in good standing of the MK party and hold deep respect for President Jacob Zuma and his vision for a just and better South Africa. To date, none of us have received any official expulsion letters from the party. We have not signed any resignation letters, and if such documents exist, we believe that they may have been forged. We were informed by the Chief Whip of our alleged expulsion, while resignations were reportedly submitted to the Secretary and Speaker of Parliament without any direct communication with us. This process is not only irregular, but raises serious concerns about transparency and fairness. Our recent communication from Parliament stated that our membership as members of Parliament was terminated due to the loss of our party membership. We firmly believe that this constitutes fraud and a serious violation of legal and procedural standards. We have actively reached out to the party leadership through the Secretary General, Dr. Masego, and have been in constant communication with senior party leaders to express our grievances. And despite these efforts, we have been compelled to seek judicial intervention to address this matter. We have made significant personal sacrifices, including resigning from permanent employment based on the expectation of a full 5-year term in Parliament. The abrupt termination of our positions undermines our livelihoods and responsibilities as parents, household heads, and breadwinners. We are deeply concerned that certain individuals, including Comrade Ngubane, who is the Chief Whip of the MK party in Parliament, Duduzile Zuma, who is the daughter of President Zuma, Ngobi Msezane, who is apparently the MK Youth League leader, as well as the head of students of Umkhonto is the student movement. Comrade Tlamulo is a spokesperson, Comrade Nchingila, and they are cahoots. They are manipulating the party for personal gain. They are acting without proper consultation with the president or the broader party leadership. This has fostered an environment of fear and intimidation within the party, where dissent is met with expulsion. We urge the MK party to take a decisive action to address these issues. If not, the integrity and future of our organization is at risk. So we have an issue, as I've alluded in this statement, that we did not want to be here. We never thought that we'd be here, but we find ourselves here. If you could do research about each and every one of us, you will understand the work that we have put in the MK party, and we're doing it voluntarily. We're not expecting anything in return. Because when you join an organization, a political organization, you know that whatever you do, it comes from the heart because you believe in the vision of the party. So we found ourselves in Parliament, being members of Parliament. And these guys, some of them who were permanently employed, consulted Comrade Sihle, the Chief Whip, to say, should we resign from our jobs because now we're going to Parliament or not? And he said they must resign. He did that knowing very well that 2 months down the line, he would conspire with his friends and his group to expel them from Parliament. So that person does not really care about them, does not care about their livelihood, they really don't care. We are not here because we are rebellious. We are not here because we want media attention. But we are here because we are seeking justice. And I understand there have been many questions about Bebu's Gutsi. Kungani singalendelanga imigudu ephathi. Indaba singakhulumanga nabaholi beqembu. We have done that. We spoke to the leaders of the organization on numerous occasions. Telephonically, we've been trying to reach them. At times we do reach them, at times we can't. Ayikho into ephathi kayo abasinika yona. Asilweli imali. But isilwela ubulungiswa. If we are going to be an organization and we are saying we want to fight fraud, we want to fight corruption, we want to bring a just and equitable South Africa, but we cannot fight such practices within our own ranks, then it means we're failed as an organization. So we are simply here to say, we are asking and urging Ubaba to to assist us in this matter, because we have tried to reach out to him, and we know that we are being blocked on purpose. Because when you go and try to report this group that I have mentioned here by names, they make sure that you don't even reach their doorstep at Senkandla, because they know that you are going to be reporting the things that they do. Like I'm telling you, even now, some of the members who are not expelled in Parliament, they're living in fear. Decisions in Parliament are not democratic. We are always being informed that we've taken this decision and we've done 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's no consultation. There's no respect for us as MPs. And whenever you try to question those things, we are shown the door, simply because they want to silence us. We are not going to be silent. I believe I'm a member of the MK party, as they've alluded that I've resigned from the party. I've never resigned from the party. I never signed any resignation letter. And if that letter does exist, they will have to explain in court as to whose signature it is and when did that person sign. Because I, Tami Kuzwai, never signed any resignation letter. And these other guys whom they say they expelled them, they never received any expulsion letters. Asikaze sami sukumgudu, iphatha ayikazihlalise phansi to say that, guys, we want to deploy, we want to put you on the list. It's a strategy, as they are saying. It's a strategy, but after 2 months, we'll remove you and put other people. We never received such communication. They never said anything to us. We were just ambushed by the speaker. And I think you must understand where that grievance then comes from. And we must be quiet. We must try to make sure that we resolve things procedurally when they themselves do not follow procedure. So this is a serious matter, because it does not only affect us as individuals, but it affects our families, our loved ones. They are traumatized by this. Because we are on the newspapers. Comrade Lamulo is always enjoying media attention, speaking all ill information, misleading the country and misleading the people of the MK party. We don't like being here, as Tad, Agumnandang. We never imagined that at some point we are going to be here, but we are forced by circumstances. We have played a crucial role in the building of the party, in whatever capacity that we could. We don't own the party, we don't owe the party anything, and the party does not owe us anything. We did everything of the love for the president and his manifesto. As he said, we must all join the MK party if we love our country. We did that, and we contributed. But we are not going to accept abuse from a few individuals who do not want to see this organization and this country going forward. Because if you can jeopardize an organization like the MK party, and you are jeopardizing it from within, then it honestly means that you are really not interested at seeing any problem. We know, we are aware on social media, we are being labeled as sellouts, we are taking the party to court. But I've always said that maybe this is a process that the MK party needed, so that the real criminals are revealed. The real sellouts who are trying to destroy this party are revealed. The real people who are doing everything so that they gain personally will be revealed through this process. The MK party is a democratic organization. We believe in a democratic way of doing things, as per our constitution and as per our manifesto. The people's mandate says that we are a democratic organization and we believe in democracy. So going to court, it's absolutely nothing wrong. A court is a democratic institution that all members of South Africa, all citizens of South Africa can always go there if they feel that an injustice has occurred. It's not being a rebel against the party. It's not being a rebel against the president. Not at all. We are simply going to court to seek justice, because we have tried through organizational processes and we have failed. From me, unless I'm leaving anything, colleagues. We are covered. Yeah, so that is just what we wanted to say. And also, lastly, I saw a Twitter from my sister, Comrade Duduzile Zuma, saying, where did you get the legal fees? We have no one. No, absolutely no one. We are not funded by anyone. If maybe she understands how people get funding, we'll really appreciate her help, because we really need funding for our attorneys. As we are here, we are under their mercy, because they realize that there is an injustice and they want to assist us, they want to help us. We give them the little that we have, with the hope that we are going to win this case, and then we are going to give them what is due to them. But Duduzile must not use that, going to social media, to Twitter, to spread propaganda. We respect her, as a sister, we respect her as a comrade, we respect her as the president's daughter. But she must not get on our nerves, because we are comrades as well. Everyone in this party, we have equal membership. No one is a better member than the other. We are all equal members. She must not even tie us. We are aware there are lots of things, propaganda that they are spreading on social media, on WhatsApp, because they know that they are public figures, they are political celebrities that we are not. And they know whatever they say, people they are going to believe. They must know that they are not dealing with Khumalo lights. We are not Khumalo lights. We are ourselves, we are individuals, and we are going to fight for ourselves. We are not going to be quiet. We've heard again that we are funded by Jabulani Khumalo. We are not funded by Jabulani Khumalo. We are not even in communication with him. We don't know him. We never supported him when he was taking the president to court. We never supported him when he was taking the MK party to court. And we'll never support him because we don't believe in him as a leader. We chose President Jacob Zuma. And we are here because we choose President Jacob Zuma. So they must not try to align us with Ubaba Khumalo. We have nothing against Ubaba Khumalo as well. As an old person, as a man who has a family, we cannot go to media and disrespect him. We don't believe in disrespect. So they will never find us in cahoots with him politically. But he's still an elder, and we respect our elders as our culture demands. So those are some of the things that I wanted to stress. We are not funded by Ubaba. We don't have any communication with him, and we are funding our own selves. The reason why she went to Twitter to ask where are we receiving funding, it's because our last payments from Parliament, firstly, I must stress that we only get paid 3 times. Our last payment, they ensure that they write to the HR or whoever to say that we must only get paid for 5 days, whereas we worked for the entire duration of the month. They ensured that we don't get all our salaries because they wanted us not to afford the legal fees, because they knew they planned this a long time ago. So they knew that once they do it, we are going to seek the law. We will go and find attorneys who are going to. So they made sure that we don't get our last salary. They also tried to evict us from our parliamentary villages. There's a lot that they are doing because they think we are not going to expose them. We are not going to sit back and fold our arms. We are going to fight fire with fire until our dignity and our right is achieved. So this propaganda of saying that we are funded by who and who it must end, we are not funded by those people. In fact, we have no one who's funding us. We don't even have enough money to pay Abobabu Uchidando and his team. But they've been lenient to us because they want to assist us and want to make sure that we win this case, because there is an injustice. Just like all other South Africans, all MK party members who have heard our story now, we must come together and fight this injustice. Otherwise, it may be us today, but tomorrow it's going to be someone else. And as long as we shield these predators who are masquerading as leaders, so and we are killing the future of these guys' children and their family. So I don't know if you guys have questions, but from my side, that's all. I don't know how we are going to facilitate this process of questions. Questions are addressed to myself. I'm going to answer the questions unless